Recording in progress.
Okay, now probably the most important thing that we will be doing, all right, you'll be doing graphing lines all the way up through college if you decide to do stuff with math. You'll do it in Algebra 2, you'll do it in geometry, you'll do it in pre-calculus, you'll do it in calculus. All right, it's really and truly that important. And I never understood the problem with kids who are in higher level math because they've been doing graphing lines since Algebra 1. All right, so your objective right now is make sure that you understand what I'm doing. That's all you're doing. It's pretty much new to everybody. All right, and it's really not difficult. All right, but if you choose not to do your homework tonight, or you get, sidetracked, then there's a problem because it's building. And tomorrow I'm going to be frustrated, all right, if I feel like you haven't done your work. All right. And then you'll just get further and further behind. And then you'll be trying to catch up for the whole rest of the 9 weeks, just what you're doing now, or just what you did last 9 weeks. All right. Start working with me right now. All right. Start working with me right now. It's really super easy, super easy. All right. So here we go with question number 1. All right. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to graph using tables. All right. Go. Come on. Since when? All right. Here we go. So now we are graphing y equals 2x. All right. So in order to graph y equals 2x, the first way we're going to do it is just by using a table. All right. Does anybody remember from last year what we put in the table? All right. For the x values, we are going to put -1, 0, and 1. All right. Anybody have any issue with that? Now, can someone tell me how I got -2, 0, and 2 for the y values? Tell me.
Because when you go on the straight line across, it says -2, 0.
No. Tell us. It is the second variable, but how did I get those numbers? And why is it -2, 0, and 2? Tell me, Eddie.
You multiply 2.
Right, so I need everybody to highlight the equation. This equation right here, y equals 2x. All right, now I want everyone to write x is referred to as the independent variable. And y is referred to as the dependent. Is it ENT or ANT? ANT, right? That's what I thought. All right, so y equals 2x. X is called the independent variable, and y is called the dependent variable. Now that's going to be important in a minute when I show you something on your calculator. All right. So that's just what they're called. All right. Now, how did I get the -2? All right. Well, what does x equal in the first one? What does x equal? -1. So what did I do to the -1? I just plugged it in for x. What's 2 times -1? That's how I got the -2. Now I plug in 0. What's 2 times 0? 0. Now I plug in the 1. 1 times 2, 2. Is everybody happy with that now? All right. Now, where did I come up with -1, 0, 1? I just told you those numbers. All right. Every time you're going to plot 3 points, you're going to choose 1 positive, 1 negative, and 0. And then if you do it right, the points will line up and make a line. All right. What? You could choose -2, 0, and 2 if you want. But to me, I like to make it easy. Yes, for us right now, you're going to plug in -1, 0, and 1. Now, everybody's going to plot those points now. Everybody plot -1, -2, 0, 0, and 1, 2. Does everybody agree those 3 points kind of make a line there, right? And so now we draw the line. And try to get the line through those 3 points. Anybody have any issue with that? What?
Which one's X and Y? Which one?
I don't know what you mean.
Never mind.
The X is the horizontal. The Y is the vertical. All right. Always graph the X and then the Y. Anybody have any problems with that? Anybody have any issues? All right, now let's go to your handy dandy calculator. All right, now here's where you have to pay attention, please. All right, you really have to pay attention. All right, because I don't have it on my computer. I probably should. All right, but it's not really that hard. All right, so here we go. Everybody, on the top left is Y equals. Right, so hit Y equals. And now what you're going to do is you're going to type in the number 2. And then you're going to hit the X button. All right, now the X button is right next to the blue button, but it has like X, it has theta, it has T, and it has N. Those are all letters that you will learn in pre-calculus. But you can hit the X button, right? Does everybody see that? Right next to the second button, there's next to alpha, sorry, right next to alpha button. All right, now does everybody have Y equals 2X?
Yes.
All right, now what I want everybody to do, everybody have Y equals 2X.
Yes.
All right, now on the top right is graph. Hit the graph button. And it graphs it for you. All right, now, just a minute, I'm going to show you something. Sometimes you mess around with your calculator and it messes up the graph part. So I want everyone right now to hit zoom. Everybody hit zoom. And then if you go down, it says standard. All right. And I think it's zoom and then hit 6. And it automatically turns it into a 10 by 10 screen. So if something goes wrong with your graph, you can hit zoom standard and it just turns it back to a 10 by 10 screen. In the future, I will show you how to adjust your screen so you can graph anything on there. Like you can get it to -100 to +100. All right. So it's a super powerful thing. Super powerful. What?
Mine says error syntax.
You just didn't type it in correctly then.
I said Y equals 2X. And then I press something. I don't know. How did you do that?
Oh my God, first one is one. It's still in the room. I don't know if it's like.
Okay, now the next thing, what?
Oh, my calculator is about to die.
Look, Jack, this is the problem. It's really not that funny. I don't know what the big deal is. All right, you have chargers. All right. And if you want, I have one charger over here. Every once in a while, you come charge it. All right, but come on, Jackson, it's really not that funny. All right, that's what we're trying to show you. You're too busy being silly instead of learning. What? Zoom standard. Zoom standard. Hit zoom and 6. And what happened?
Okay.
What?
I'll just say right now.
Okay, now the next thing is I'm going to teach you where the table is. All right, your calculator also is super powerful. All right, so here we go. What I would like for you to do now is I would like for you to listen carefully, please. All right, Now, yours is dead too. All right, you're gonna have to charge you're gonna have to charge it. Okay, just what I didn't want to happen for you to get behind. All right. Yeah, I don't, is there another charger? Just use this one for now.
I have a cord.
No, I appreciate it. Just use this one. All right, so now, Betty, don't interrupt me. All right, I mean it. All right, I'm trying to get people situated so their grades are better. Means no messing around. All right, now I'm going to try to show you where the table is. So what I need everybody to do is, I need you to hit the second button. Now, right next to y equals is called table set. So hit window. And now the table set comes up. Now, we want the independent variable to be asked. We don't want it to be automatically done. We want to put in the information. So I want you to go down to independent variable. And to go down, just hit the down arrow. And then all the way down to independent, that's dependent. And then over to ask. And then hit enter. Listen, table set, go down to independent. Go over to ask, hit enter. Now you can go to second and then graph. And the table should come up. And the table is up. All right. Now what you want to do is you want to type in -1, 0, and 1. Type in not the minus sign, the negative sign. -1, enter. And then look what happens. It tells you what the y value is. Now type in 0 and hit enter and type in 1. And those are the values that are on the graph. What's the matter? Come on. What? You got it? Now you got too many graphs up here, kiddo. Get rid of all those other graphs.
Well, what did I do?
Bro, I don't even know how to get that.
Yeah, what? Look, I just look like this.
Oh my God. Press second. Press second graph.
Wait, do I have to put this
Oh.
on?
Press second.
Do I have to put this on?
Jeff, no, press second.
Do I put this on?
I was asking me if I want to freaking play.
Oh, there we go. Alright. Why one time?
How did I even do that?
Look at this. That's clear. And then you see how it says window. Press second window. So it's
It doesn't even let me put any
Right
in
here.
it.
You just don't know how to do it because you're not listening.
I think letters I did.
All right, not letters. You type in numbers.
I type in numbers.
Y equals second table. Go to the X and type in -1.
I didn't even see that.
No, that's -1. -1. -1. Now type in 0 and type in 1. What are you doing? Okay, some of you guys are just now learning there's a difference between -1 and -1. All right, you're typing in -1.
What are you doing?
What he told us to do.
Second table. Not -1.
I had it. It's down. Put -1. I'm not. What do I put in?
My thing is like,
I did.
how do I edit?
Here, Tyler, I'll help
Oh
you.
my goodness. Guys, this is what I'm saying. Come on now. All right. On your table, there should be -1, -2, 0, 0, 1, 2. For those of you who are listening. What?
What I have.
X is equal to.
What?
I don't even know that.
How do you clear that? What? Hit the clear button.
It's not working.
You can press like.
No, what are you talking to him for? Don't talk to him.
I currently have a blank screen.
Hey guys, here's part of my issue. Some of you guys are like ahead or whatever, and then you hit some buttons, and then you want me to correct it. I'm not asking you to clear anything right now. I said type in -1, 0, and 1. That's what I asked you to do. That's it. If you can get this on your calculator, you can follow directions. If not, you're not following directions. I don't care about anything else. All right? If you want to delete one, you can delete it. All right? No, don't worry about it. I'm not interested in that right now. I'm just trying to show you how to get this up on your calculator. If it's up on the calculator, I'm in good shape. What? Shh.
What do you do after?
All I'm asking you is this on your calculator.
No, it's I have to go back to the root then. So what do you do after y?
Wait, I'm in this different.
Second table. All right, now, for those of you guys, listen, if you don't know how to do the table, one more time, it's the second button and then the top right where it's y equals. If you don't know that, please write it down. That's what I'm not understanding. If you want the table, hit the second button and then go to the graph and it says table. That's how you get to the table. If you don't know how to graph, right, then you need to write on your notes, go to the graph button. If you want to know how to enter data points into the table, you got to hit second table and then enter the numbers. What? Tell me. I don't want them to help you.
Oh, I accidentally like put an extra.
So it doesn't matter, does it?
I guess not.
It doesn't matter, because I ask you, are these 3 points on here? Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the second, no, not to the second one. You can do that for homework. We'll go down to the third one. Everybody go to the third, where it says y equals 2/3 x. Now, what numbers do I want you to plug in for x? Yeah, it would be great if you did -1, 0, and 1, but that's going to create fractions, and I don't want fractions. So can anybody tell me what numbers I would plug in for x so I don't get a fraction? Remember, 2/3. What is 2/3 doing? Dividing by 3. Does everybody agree? So what numbers could I plug in for x? No, not 1, because 1 divided by 3 is a fraction. 6 would be better, but what would even be better? 3. So when you have a fraction, what you want to pick are the values for x, and this is what I'm frustrated with. I'm speaking, and some of you are messing with your calculators, and in a minute, we're right back where we started, where I'm walking around individually to you and showing you how to do it, when you should just be doing what? Listen right now. You shouldn't be messing with your calculator. You should be listening. That way you know how to do it. All right? So now, I said, when you're dealing with a fraction, we have 2/3. Whoever was listening can now tell me what's going in for x. What numbers? Tell me.
-3, 0, and 3.
You are amazing. Thank you, Eddie. If you would listen 100% of the time, you would make an A+. That's what I'm trying to convince some of you. Jackson, are you hearing me? If you would listen 100% of the time, you would make an A+. I'm convinced of that. All right. So now everybody's going to type in -3, 0, and 3. All right. And because we are brilliant, all right, we can do that in our head, but I'm trying to teach you how to use technology. So I want everybody to go to y equals now. Type in the equation 2/3 x. Now you literally can just go 2 divided by 3 and hit the x button. Go to y equals 2 divided by 3 and then the x. Now I want everyone looking at me. Can you do that? Is everybody okay with that so far? And I'm not walking around and showing you how to type in y equals 2/3 x, because I just asked if you know how to do it. And no one said they had trouble doing that. All right. Now, you can either type right over y1 or you can clear it. All right. Either way, it makes no difference. All right. Now we're going to practice going to the table. So you're going to hit second and then graph, and that brings up the table. Now, do I have to delete the other points or can I just type right over them? You can just type right over them. So I want everybody to type in -3, 0, and 3. And what numbers do we get? Say it. No. What are you doing? What are you typing in? Then you would have the right answer. So you couldn't have typed in exactly what I told you to, because you don't have the right answer. No, you're not helping. You help yourself. What do I type in, Jackson? Or what did you get?
-2, 0, and 2.
Thank you. -2, 0, and 2. And specifically, I said, does everyone know how to type them in? And no one said any problems. All right. Now, once you have that, does anybody have any questions with that table? Misha, you okay with that or not? You typed in -3, 0, and 3, and you got those numbers. And you're allowed to say no. Did you get that on your calculator? Okay, so where's your calculator at? I'm going through it in slow motion for you. Did you type in under y equals?
Well, every time I press second one.
I didn't say to hit second window. I said hit y equals. Now does y1 come up? Y2, now you type in 2/3 x. 2 divided by 3 and then hit the X button. Now go to second and then hit the table button. Now you type in -3, 0, and 3. Right, Evan? What?
So, I already accepted this, but.
Evan, I want you to get to the point quickly
Why is it 3? Why is X?
because you're dividing by 3.
Okay.
And the only reason you want to divide by 3 is because I don't want a fraction. Misha, what? Did you get it? Did you? Come on now. Don't make, you got it? -2, 0, 2. You got that on your table. All right, now everybody, once you got the table, just hit the graph. All right. Now I want everybody to plot those 3 points and draw the graph. All right, draw those 3 points and draw the graph before we go into something else. Invalid dimension. Good. Negative, or did you type in minus? See what y is? This one for some reason. Okay, let me check. Okay, throw y equals. Yes, draw the line now. Good, what? I need to get rid of that. But again, that's good. That's what I'm saying. You have to tell me, okay? I don't want any excuses out of you. All right? Hold on, let me show you. Now type in -3. Yeah, because you aren't doing what I'm asking you to do. That's your problem. You're doing all the different problems. Wondering why you're not understanding something. All right, what?
We could just do this. Is the box still supposed to look like that? When you start using
Yes.
Zoom?
Yeah, I didn't want you to hit Zoom. Zoom standard if you think there's a problem. Zoom 6. So that's good. All right, here we go, guys. Come on. Man, we got a lot to do. Next, I want to go to number 5. I want everybody to go to number 5. All right, here we go. So now, is number 5 kind of like number 3?
No, there's a +1.
But it's just a +1, right? So everybody go to y equals on their calculator and type in 2/3 x +1. All All right, now if it's already has 2/3 x, you can just add +1 at the end, right? Now, what numbers am I going to plug in for x again, guys? Yeah, because it's dividing by 3. So everybody's going to put in -3, 0, and 3. All right, I'm going to let Trey tell me if he's following along with me. And now he's going to tell me what the y values are. You with me?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the delete button. It's clear, it's not working.
What do you want to clear, delete?
Like X.
From where you were?
Yeah.
So
The wrong numbers there, but it won't let me get rid of it.
on the table or on the graph? All right, so you can just type right over them.
Oh,
You can just type right over them. Or you hit the delete button, and the delete is DEL. All right, what? Tell him.
-1 and 1 and 3.
Anybody else get -1, 1, and 3? Now you understand me, right? All right, I'd rather you ask. Don't make me come over there and, speak up. Even if I'm yelling, who cares? All right, be brave. All right, now plot those points and draw the line. Plot those 3 points and draw the line. But I want the table filled in. All right, I want the table filled in. Anybody having trouble? Trey, are you with me now?
yeah.
All right. Now, Evan was actually asking me a good question. All right. You want to delete the numbers. All right. You're not clearing the numbers. So you can highlight them and then hit delete, delete, delete. And it'll delete the X values for you. All right. You can't delete the Y values because they're automatically put in there. All right. Does that make sense now, Evan? Right. Misha, did you understand that? Hey, did you hear me? The DEL button, correct? You see what I'm saying? Okay, what? Come on. What?
I was asking, how did you get from, I forgot how do you get from, I got here. And I forgot how you get from there.
Table?
Yeah.
Table's right here.
I just pushed that.
Second. Table.
There you go. Good job. See what happens? You can help when you know, right? Feels good. All right. Now what I want is I want everybody to look at number 7. All right, everybody to look at number 7. All right, what numbers am I going to put in for X? Someone? Tell me. Thank you for listening. -1, 0, and 1. Could I plug -3, 0, and 3 in if I wanted to? Yeah. Could I do -2, 0, and 2? Yes. The object is to plug 3 numbers in. All right. I just want to make them easy. All right. So now everybody type in, if you want, go to Y equals. And if you want to clear, you can clear Y1, or you can just type right over it. All right. The delete deletes individual pieces. All right. So I need everybody now quickly go to Y equals, clear all that out, and type in -x minus 5. Now, does everybody understand there's a difference between negative and minus now? Or if you get a syntax error, that means, I hope you understand what we're doing. All right. I hope that means that you have seen negative and minus is different. All right. Negative and minus is different. All right. So when I typed in -1, 0, and 1, Avery, what did you get? For number 7. Stop. I will let you know if you got the right answers. Trust me. Did you go under Y equals and please type in -x minus 5? Not the minus X, but the -x minus 5. Then go to your table and type in -1, 0, and 1. And be proud of yourself for knowing how to do it. This is the way it should be the whole year. If you pay attention immediately and right away, you know how to do things. But if you play around and don't pay attention or go somewhere when I'm lecturing, it's bad. So Avery, what? Is not a number.
What do you do after it says -x minus 5.
Now you go to second, and then you go to table, which is the top right, which is graph. And then the table should come up.
I got like points.
I don't want, did you type in -1? Did you type? Wait, come on, there's something wrong. Go to y equals. Y equals is right here. You didn't type in the equation. That's why nothing is coming. No, no, no. Shh. Type in -x minus 5. Now, second table. How do you have it? Say it again, Avery, please.
-4, -5, and -6.
-4, -5, -6. Then everybody hit the graph. And then this shows you the graph of the line. Now you can plot those 3 points. What?
I have one more question.
Just ask. That's why you raised your hand and I called on you.
So on this thing, it doesn't say like the dots where you're supposed to. It only says the lot.
That's because the dots have been placed and then they drew the line over the dots. They're not going to find them on there because the line is just a bunch of dots right next to each other. What?
So only for like a fraction, it wouldn't be -1, 0.
Right, exactly.
So for the rest of them, I could just put that in.
Good job. All right, number 9. Here we go. All right, I'm on number 9. Molly, what numbers do you want to plug in? Yes, ma'am. -1, 0, 1. Hurry up. Go to y equals, type that equation in, and then tell me what the y values are. Bless you. Misha, you ready? Jackson, you daydreaming again? I'm watching you. 1, 5, 9. Anybody else get 1, 5, and 9? Then you know how to do it. And now you're not behind. So when we have tomorrow's lesson, you'll be ready. What? Now, why not? Because you were vacationing while I was teaching. Go to y equals, type in 4x plus 5. Do you know how to type in 4x plus 5? Come on, come on, come on. Now you go to second graph. And now you type in -1, 0, and 1. Now are you in the game? All right, what? Yes, thank you. All right, now I'm trying to get the last thing we got to learn for today. Last thing. Now, this, good. You just didn't type it in properly. 4x plus 5. Did you type in 4x plus 5? Shh, bless you. You got it? You with me? Okay, good. Brennan, so far, are you absolutely sure you're with me? You've done everything so far. No, no, yes.
No, actually, no.
So what do you need help on?
I don't really know how to like fit those numbers.
What numbers? You typed, we made those up. -1, 0, 1. You type them in yourself. This is -1, 0, 1. This one's going to be -1, 0, 1. You type those in yourself. Then you go to the table, second table, and then 1, 5, 9. And then you graph those 3 points and draw the line. What?
Actually, oh, you just want us to draw that.
Yeah, drawing the line, right? Everyone's drawing the line, plotting those 3 points and drawing the line. And then the calculator shows you that you've done it correctly. You with me, Jackson? All right, now a new term. All right, here we go. Next, number 10, X-Intercept. Everybody right above X-Intercept. Where graph crosses the x-axis. So what do you think the y-intercept is? That's right. Where graph crosses the y-axis. Now, everybody has to write that down. All right, no excuses. Luca, you with me on that? Misha, you understand me, right? Jackson, who else is wanting to get better? You got it? Those are just terms. If I come in tomorrow and I say, what's the x-intercept? And you're like, well, I forgot. Then you have this note, you look it up. X-intercept is where the line crosses the x-axis. Y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. All right, so the x-intercept, right under x-intercept, I need everybody to put down y equals 0. Underneath the y-intercept, that's when the what? X equals 0. Brilliant. You with me now? All right, so now I'm trying to find the value of the x coordinate and the value of the y coordinate where it crosses the x and y axis. All right. So here we go. So in order to find the x-intercept, the y value is 0. And in order to find the x-intercept, I'm sorry, in order to find the y-intercept, I don't need that. The x value is 0. Now, here's where I need everybody to look up on the board. If I make y 0, then what's the x going to be? 4. Who said that? Thank you. The x is 4. That is the x-intercept. 4, 0. Now what I'm going to do is I'm come over here and I'm going to make now the x value 0. So if I make the x value 0, what is the y-intercept? 4 also. That is correct. So now you just plot those 2 points. So I come over, plot 4, 0 and 0, 4 and draw the line. All right. So now your main job tonight is make sure you knock out, let's do 1 through 12. All right, just 1 through 12. All right, I should make you do them all. But 1 through 12 is good enough. All right, and if for some strange reason you're having some issues, come back and see me. But I want you to know tomorrow I'm not gonna, baby you with your calculators. You're supposed to tonight practice getting to the table, getting to the graph, plotting the table points, and plotting and graphing those lines. Anybody have any doubts? And tomorrow, if you learn tomorrow, now you should make an A on your test, day by day. Great work today for the most part.